Welcome to Module 14, where we're going to talk about the Job Post Action menu. I'm back in production. I'm going to pull up one of the jobs here and show you the different actions that you can do. So you will have to select a particular job that's on the job order dashboard. You'll see here, these are the different options. Access Business Account will open it in a new window, and we'll be doing that. You'll see here, actually just logs them in. And then there's various things you can do in the account. We'll be doing the upload multiple jobs and the talent search and multiple invites in the next two modules, actually in the talent account, because that's the only place it can be done. Those are as well as you do need to access the business account to change their username and password. Another option is to add a follow-up, which what that does is it creates a follow-up issue, which will be listed here. And any issues can be resolved. Both of these options do require you to put a note in, which you'll see in the notes and reminders. This particular job was posted very recently, so it shouldn't have any notes and reminders. There wouldn't be a history of them. But if you did a follow-up and you did a resolved issue, that would require you to enter some notes, and then those would be on this record, which you'll see here. It would show the history down here. You can actually add notes for both all three of these options: the employer, the hiring manager, or the job. You can assign a job posting to a staff. All that really does is if you're working with a particular employer and on their jobs, you can put that assigned to you so that you could then, other people can pull it up by name. That way you could filter it to show only jobs handled by a particular staff. That's really all it does. There's really no reporting impact or anything like that. Then you've got email hiring managers. And this can be done on one or more. When you click go, it's going to give you an option to put a subject and a message. This will email them from the KCC support email address, so make sure if they need to contact you back that you put your contact phone number or email address and your name so that they can get a hold of you. You can also email yourself a copy of the message. I recommend using that option here rather than the send messages because since we've turned off the reporting functionality in the application, the filters that let you pull certain types of employers may not be completely accurate. So any messaging you do via the application, you should probably do to a specific employer about a specific job order. And now you can get their email address from the hiring managers page, which we showed you earlier. So if you go to the hiring manager profile page, it will show their contact info. And so rather than sending it from the system, you could send it from your staff email. That way, if you need to communicate back and forth frequently with an employer, you could do so via your work email address. But if you need to send a notification or something out to the employer where it doesn't really matter if they reply back to you or not, this would be a good option to do it from here, to do it quickly. And then the last option, because we talked about resolved issues, is find job seekers for job. What that does is it'll pull up the recommended matches for a particular job and actually allow you to send referrals out to those job seekers. Now, doing it this way, we'd actually recommend that you go into the employer's record, because see, this referral actually just refers them, but it doesn't actually send any information to them, so you'd have to reach out to these job seekers. But it will show you how many matches they have at various star levels. So this would be good to use just to let an employer know how many good matches they have. And then you could go into their account and send invitations out, which we're going to show you in one of the future modules. So you will want to probably do that as opposed to that way you give the job seeker a chance to review the job. The only other way, because you could refer somebody if you happen to be working directly with them, but in this scenario, you're usually not. So I think the best option is still to invite multiple people to apply to the job, and we'll be showing that later. All right, so that is the job post action menu. In the next couple modules, we'll be going into a talent record and showing you the upload and the multiple invite features.